So we're just putting three forms together, the 8 brocades. I'm going for the 8 brocades here, and then we're putting an 18 form Qigong sequence and a 9 form that I picked up in the Himalayas. Altogether 35 moves in all. So this is the first move of the whole lot, the whole 35, the whole 3 forms, and also this is the first move of the 8 brocades. Okay, so this one's called 2 hands support the heavens. It's basically this, coming up and down, pushing away the wall, Samson style, feeling that stretch your little pinkies. Okay, it's a nice basic move. So traditionally these go into the meridians, these electromagnetic rivers that link to organs, etc., and different feelings in the body. Again, I'm not going to go into that sort of traditional jazz there. We're going to go down a different route with the breathing. We're going to a sort of Pilates breath, and also we're going down the Pilates route with the yogic breath and the hypnotic breath. Okay, so we can go straight into that. Okay, and just simply link this to motion because they're too good to waste, these moves. So we're going to link them to motion, okay, right now. But before we do that, let's go to the most important bit, the breath. We're going to zip up pelvic floor, scoop out the abdominals. Okay, and as we do that, we're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale through pursed lips. Okay, and just simply focus on the breath. Okay, and just tune into my voice. Again, there's a little bit of noise going on around the flats, but again, I'm just going to tune into my voice and the sound of my voice. And as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals and take your navel towards the spine, you're going to breathe in through the nose right now and exhale through pursed lips. And as you follow that journey all the way in through the nose and exhale through pursed lips, you'll feel that breath going in low and deep to these lower lobes of lungs, intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. Okay, it's what we call lateral thoracic breathing. As you're doing that right now, you'll breathe naturally as you zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. That's going to naturally help you breathe into these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. Just adding width to the lungs right now and length that out breath as you exhale through pursed lips. Even imagine you're blowing out a candle through pursed lips. Lovely. Lateral thoracic breathing as you're zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals and taking the navel towards the spine. Lovely. Even imagine someone's opening an umbrella inside your rib cage and letting go, or someone's just pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go. That lovely, free, expansive breath, just coming in organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep, into these lower lobes of lungs, intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but the stomach. That lovely 3D breath. Keep breathing into them fish gills, wide and full. Lovely. So with that, as you breathe in 3D style to them lower lobes of lungs, we're going to go slightly more down the yogic path. So we close the mouth and simply carry on breathing right now as you listen to my voice and just tune in away from any noise outside into my voice and just focus on the breath right now as you're still zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals. Same deal, but the only difference is you're breathing in and out through the nose. As you breathe in and out through the nose, rather than the mouth, it'll be a smaller filter through the nose, and that'll help us lengthen the whole wheel cycle of the breath longer. Okay, so just simply allow that whole breath sequence to lengthen, okay, through that smaller filter through the nose. Again, that's like a quite common yogic breath, in and out through the nose. Zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals. Same deal. But breathing out through the nose. Again, you tend to do that in the yogic postures to lengthen the breath Lovely. So with that, we're going to add the hypnotic benefits. Okay, so again, you'll find as you're zipping up pelvic floor right now and scooping out your abdominals and taking your navel towards the spine, you'll find as you still breathing out through the nose, you'll naturally, even though the breath's longer, you'll naturally want to lengthen that out breath. So just simply allow that to happen. That'll naturally want to fall longer than the in breath. And then rather than the breath breathe you, you're going to breathe the breath. So you're going to consciously take your mind to that out breath and simply elongate that out breath longer than the in breath. And allow that simplicity just to relax the mind as you elongate the out breath longer than the in breath. It's a bit like 7-11 breathing in hypnotherapy, etc. The in breath's conscious thought, the out breath is subconscious thought. So as you're lengthening that breath right now, that out breath, that's going to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. All the things you don't think about, sleep, digestion, rest, and relaxation, all being benefited by elongating the out breath longer than the in breath, just encouraging them restful relaxation responses and endless streams of comfort. It'll just come into the nervous system and helping everything feel more relaxed. All the things you don't think about, cellular communications being benefited, organ function, that state of wellness and renewal, that natural renewal in the body, all being benefited by elongating the out breath longer than the in breath. Sleep, digestion, rest and relaxation will be benefited by simply just elongating the out breath right now. Quadruple it, double it, triple it, whatever you like the out breath, just make it longer than the in breath. Okay, within your limits. So again, you can stay with that. That's the mixture of breath we got, and we're going to link that in vinyasa, breath synchronized motion. Or before we do that, you can stick with this breathing, or you can take it on a little bit further. So if you want to take it on a little bit further and make it slightly more advanced yogic breath, then all you do is narrow the esophagus, grip the esophagus, and we go to Ujjayi breath, slightly more advanced yogic breath, victorious breath. Okay, seashore breathing. It sounds like this. You're breathing through the nose. As you grip that esophagus, keep the shoulders down and you exhale. It's like going with the mouth shut. Soft, silky, whistling Ujjayi breath, victorious breath in Sanskrit. That's going to help us lengthen the whole will cycle more. And help us stimulate the thyroid gland, which helps with weight control, etc. Helps us build the heat in the body, helps us fan the fire to burn all the toxins in the body. Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. If you can't get that, don't worry. Carry on staying with us and zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals, and simply elongating the out breath longer than the in breath, in and out through the nose, either with Ujjayi breath or not. That sort of Darth Vader breath, that soft, silky, sighing, whistling Ujjayi breath from the back of the throat, breathing through the nose. Shoulders down because they want to come up, and exhale. That raspy, silky sound from the back of the throat. Lovely. That really gives the mind something to focus on. Okay, with Ujjayi breath or not, just be aware of the sound of the breath, the feel of the breath, as it weaves that tapestry of relaxation and every single organ, cell, sinew of the body. Lovely. Otherwise, stay with the breathing you're on. So again, let's just, this is the motion. Again, it helps the triple heaters, or that's the meridian it generally benefits from nutritional form. The immune system meridian is the best way to explain it in short. Again, we're not too worried about that. We're just linking breath to motion. So we're breathing in, coming up. Let's stretch the finger flexors here and pushing away the wall, Samson style. Let's stretch your little pinkies, little fingers, as you open out the chest. all them organs in the chest. If you want to add a squat with that, then I'm going to use the Iyengar yoga principles of only coming down as low as you keep your knees in line with toes, or less if you like, okay? So again, I'm going to go back and demonstrate. This is the motion, breathing in, exhaling down. This will be longer, this motion, because we're elongating the exhale for as long as you like as we're descending down. Feet hip width apart, not Charlie Chaplin, they're facing the front. Breathing in, coming up, exhaling down. If you want to come down, only as low as you keep the knees in line with toes. Breathing in and exhale. Allow the shoulders to drop as they come down. Really elongate the out breath. So this bit will be sharper. And we exhale for as long as you like as you gather in, zip up and hollow. Take the navel towards the spine. Only coming down as low as the knees in line with toes. If you want to go deeper, then go down with the tailbone slightly deeper. Okay, but again, just exploit the range, speed and tempo. And again, really elongate the exhale on this part, the descending down part. Okay, if you want to come up on the toes, you can breathe in, come up on the toes, and exhale down, pushing away the walls, and come back and demonstrate that. So it's a sharper breath here. If you want to come up on the toes, you stretch the front line of the body from the crown to the toes. Exhale down, collapsing inwards, dying off. It's a tailbone deep. When the knees come in line with toes, you stick the tailbone out, but only go down as low as you keep the knees in line with toes. Breathing in, coming up, exhaling away. That'll open all the organs in the chest, the heart, the lungs, the pericardium, the heart lining. And again, as you gather in, zip up and hollow, exploit that range, speed and tempo. Slow as harder, fast as easier, but we definitely slow this part down. If you come down a little bit sooner, then carry on the out breath for as long as you like. And then be a bit sharper on this breath. Exhale down, elongate that exhale for as long as you like. Reaching up, one of the best stretches you can get is just stretching up. Again, as if wild horses will pull you apart and push away the walls. So it'll be about length when you're coming up, about width as you push away the walls. Okay, really open out the chest, all the organs in the chest, the heart, the lungs, the pericardium. Okay, and again, just make these unique to you with the speed and the tempo. Remember, it's your union of your mind and body, your internal alchemy of the body, your internal rhythm of the body, you're benefiting. Okay, so again, make these unique to you with the speed and the tempo, slow as harder, fast as easier, especially on this coming down phase. Okay, this descending down part. Okay. Lovely. So we've got 2 hands, raise the condition of the spine, or lifting the 2 hands to raise the condition of the spine next. That's the second of the 8 brocades, which is 3 forms put together. Lovely. Bang, that was number 1.